Hey there, this is Sai, Head of Product at ToystackAI. We are a data liberation company focused on solving data and workflow problems using our proprietary agentic AI suite. I'm here today to give you a quick demo of our sales leaders assessment and gamification system, or as we like to call it, SLAGS. This tool is primarily designed to help enterprises track the holistic performance of their sales teams across a variety of metrics like the time they spend on training, understanding the product, adherence to the process, etc., and not just limited to the deal closure rates. This tool is fully gamified to provide a motivating and engaging experience to the sales leaders in your organization. Without further wait, let's dive into the demo. If you're a CEO, CFO, or any other senior management member, you'd want to get a high level overview of how your sales team is performing. Metrics like the average sales rep score, the target attainment rate, which particular sales representative has the highest performance, who's got the highest number of badges, and who has the longest streak going on. What is the performance distribution across your team? What is the revenue distribution by your team members, and which sales representatives need additional focus? You can also get a performance trend over time for the past few months, whatever you decide. To better understand the leaderboards and the distribution, we've got the leaderboards tab here. Going into this, you can get a detailed overview of how each sales representative is performing across each metric. You get a leaderboard, a gamified view of the entire performance tracking of all the sales representatives you got. You can filter by the team, you can filter by the metric, and things like that. You can also understand the team dynamics and the confidence levels better by observing who's placing what bets and on whom. You can place additional bets by simply clicking here. This is a completely gamified way of handling the entire leaderboards workflow. If you don't want a gamified view, you just want a high level overview of the entire of the scores across various dimensions and metrics, you've got that as well here. Now, how is all of this coming together? What is really happening behind the hood? Let's dive into the setup process. The complete workflow starts by connecting third party apps with the platform. The third party apps that the sales team regularly uses, be it the CMS tool, be it the mailing tool, be it any other tool, can be connected with SLAGS using the connected apps functionality. You can connect it via an API agent, or in case an API is not available for that particular platform, you can use browser agents. Browser agents mimic a human behavior, log in using a specific mail ID and password, and fetch the relevant details for each sales representative. Using these third party connections, I can identify which sales representative is performing what activity on any of these platforms based on their audit logs. Once all the required third party tools are connected to SLAGs, we then go into defining the metrics. Going into the metrics library, consider that like a Google Play Store or a Microsoft Store, where you can define or select a bunch of metrics that you want in your organization. The core idea here with SLAGs is that judging or assessing the performance of a sales leader should not just be on the deal closure rate. It should be a more holistic judgment or assessment where we track and understand whether they're completing the training modules, what are the training module scores, how frequently are they taking the training modules, and what is the product understanding. Are they really following the process? When are they logging into the system, logging out of the system? Are they promptly following up with the customer? What is the retention rate? What is the contact recency bias and things like that? And definitely we have the standard metrics like the performance of the target, the percentage of the target met, etc., etc. Once you add a bunch of metrics, all of those selected metrics will show up in your My Metrics tab. It's not necessary that all the dimensions will have the same scores, and all the metrics within the dimensions can also have a different weightage. I can edit the metric weightage for a particular dimension. I can add a custom metric. Let me just call it as metric, custom metric. And I can give a particular score Let me say A plus B for a sample. I can select my data sources as Salesforce and let me select Outlook for now. These two are my data sources. Once all the dimensions and metrics have been added, you can find that information in your My Metrics tab. You can adjust the weights of the metrics. It is not necessary that all metrics contribute equally to the overall dimension score. It is also not necessary that all the dimensions contribute equally to the overall score of the particular sales rep. You can adjust the dimension scores. You can add custom metrics. You can completely control it as per your requirements. Once the entire setup is done, you can add the sales representatives here. You can add it individually or you can import it from a CSV. You can you can export all of the sales representatives here. Whatever the mapping is done between a particular platform and the sales representative, that can be found here. And you can filter it by score, you can filter it by manager, you can filter it by a team, and etc. All the other details. It's pretty much it. It's a one time simple setup that shouldn't take more than maybe 30 to 40 minutes for you. And we'll definitely support you during the onboarding process. Post that, you simply just track your leaderboard and you're all good to go. That's pretty much it for now. Looking forward to implementing SLAGS in your particular organization for your particular use case. Talk to you soon.